Right, so Chili, here's what we're going to do. I have 2 decks of cards, and one of these decks, this one right here, this will be our sort of deck of destiny, if you will.
Okay.
It just stays right there. This deck is the deck we're going to use to have you think of a card. Now, obviously, the cards are all here, well-mixed deck. What I want you to do is, I'm going to spread the cards, and I want you just to think of one, okay? You've got one in your mind?
Yeah.
Okay, and actually, you know what? Actually, just pull it out so it's like sticking like halfway up out of the spread. Where is it there? Yeah, that's fine. That one right there?
Yep.
Okay, we'll just leave that one sticking up. Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay, great. In fact, what we'll do is I'll actually leave it sticking out just out of the side. So that way we know where that card is at all times.
Okay.
Now, you just thought of that card, right?
Yep.
And then we pulled it out, but other than that, we haven't really done anything to the cards. We haven't manipulated them in any way.
Nope.
So we're going to remove the deck O Destiny here and place it right here besides this guy. Now look, if I start turning over these cards, as you can see, these cards don't really match, do they?
No.
No. And those 2 don't match. Now what we're looking for here is a match. Now we don't really, like none of these cards so far are actually matching totally. Like some of them both may be black, or maybe some of them might have the same number, but you know, be different suits or whatever. There's a king and a queen, but again, they don't match. They're not actually matching cards. In fact, I'm not seeing any so far that match. Although, you know, the odds of it happening are, you know, fairly high, if not absolute. Like 2 6s, there we go, but they don't match, right? One's a heart, one's a spade. 2 4s, but again, they don't match, right? So as you can see, it's not terribly likely that they're going to match perfectly. Now let's see here. Let's keep going until we get down to your card here. We're just going to keep on dealing down. Aha, here we are. Now, that's your card that you merely thought of.
Yep.
And we dealt out both cards evenly, right? Let's see what we have here. You had the 9 of hearts. And this card right here is also the 9 of hearts. And look at that. See, these don't match. These ones don't match.
Nope.
None of the other ones match except the card that you merely thought of.
Hi, Chili.
Hiya.
How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Well, your day might get a lot worse because I'm going to show you a card trick. You like card tricks?
I do.
You do?
It's going to make my day.
Wow, we found her. We found her. the one female that likes them. Well, here's the thing. You may like the odd card trick, but this trick, I'm afraid, actually involves 2 decks. Oh yes. It gets very, very serious because I have a second deck, and you'll notice a little post-it note on the front here. And the reason that's there is because nothing quite conveys the aura of mystery like common punctuation. So there it is. I know you're sort of wondering what's in there already, right? Well, it's a deck of cards, but like I say, we'll come back to it. For the time being, I'm going to use this pack, but what I want you to do is a little bit different. I'm not going to have you choose a card.
Okay.
Right? I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you just to think of any card from inside the pack. Now, when I say think of any card, it's better if you don't choose like the Ace of Spades, for example, because everyone sort of says Ace of Spades, and then people will assume I just guessed.
Yeah.
Because what I'm going to try here is a real long shot, and if it works, you may find occasion to remark, wow, you don't see that every day. Although I wouldn't force it on you. You don't need to say that, it's just a nice line. Also, don't choose the Joker. In fact, I will remove it, and that'll be it. So what I want you to do is, rather than choose any card, I want you just to think of any card in your mind and then tell me which card you're thinking of.
The 4 of clubs.
The 4 of clubs.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm going to do now is write it on here, so we've got like a little record. All right. I'll draw a little club there. 4 of clubs.
Yep.
You could literally have named any card, right? So this is not me having you choose one.
Nope.
There would be no way I could know you would choose 4 of clubs.
No.
And now what I want you to do, Chili, is to think of any number between 1 and 52. Any number that you like.
22.
22. And again, a completely free choice. You would have to agree. And what you've essentially done here is named a position in the pack. All right?
Right.
Now, let's just think of this. 4 of clubs and 22. Look at all the possibilities that you could have had.
Yep.
You could see that you might have thought of this one, or maybe you'd have thought of this one, or maybe you'd have thought of, where is the one that you did name? Can you see it? There it is, look. but you named this one,
Yeah.
right? From all the possibilities, look at them all. So, what I'm going to do is ask you, the challenge would be for me to shuffle this pack
Yep.
and then somehow, through sleight of hand manipulation, find it again, like a common everyday card trick. Of course, the difference being that you simply named any card,
Yeah.
but you've also named a position, and we're sort of up in the ante a little bit with this one.
Okay.
Because rather than use this deck, what we're going to do is use this one from earlier.
The mystery deck.
The mystery deck, that's exactly right. See, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this deck, hand it to you,
Thank you.
and then what I'd like you to do, Chile, is to count down 21 cards in a pile on the table, and when
Yep.
you deal them, you can actually deal them face up.
Okay. Like that.
That's it, 21 cards. And in this way, you can see all the cards are different. As the tension builds.
21.
That's 21. So
Yeah.
this card here is number 22.
Yeah.
And this would have been 23, and this would have been 24, and 25,
Yeah.
and so on, all the way through the deck.
Yeah.
So it would have been one thing to manipulate the 4 of clubs into position 22 in the red deck, but in the blue deck, the mystery deck,
Yeah.
that would be
Very hard.
a miracle. We got
Oh, no way.
4 of clubs, 22 cards.
How did you
there.
do that?
How did you do that? Don't leave me hanging. Hi, Delia.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Do you ever read in these magazines with these compatibility tests? It's like you answer multiple choice questions. And
They're
you
awful.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm glad you said that because we're just about to do exactly that. With the
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So that should be fun. No, it'll be fine. First of
Okay.
all, we're going to use this deck. So what I need you to do first is give them a shuffle. Now, you look like a hustler, so I'm pretty sure you can shuffle like a pro. Off you go.
No pressure.
There you go. No, that's great. That's absolutely great. All right, so they're in a completely random order. Now, the first part of this compatibility test goes like this. I want you to think of a number, and I'm
Okay.
going to think of a number at the same time.
Okay.
All right? You got a number in mind?
Yes.
The number is between 1 and 52, and I have one as well. Now, what I want you to do is, if your number is, let's say it's 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you deal that many cards to
Okay.
the table, then you take this marker and you write your name right across the back. But you don't look at the card and find out what it is. You don't do that. You just write your name on the back and then you take this pile
Okay.
and drop it on top.
Okay.
Okay, and that's all you do. And I'll turn my back while you
Extra
do that.
little shuffle,
You can, of
so
course you can.
No cheating.
I did handle them there. It was moderately suspect.
Brilliant.
You can do that. I'll turn away. I've seen this trick before. All right. Okay. So then you take the pen
give you
and
my autograph.
That's it. It's going right on eBay. Okay, and then take the rest of the cards and drop them on top.
Okay. Let's hide them away.
You done that?
Yep.
Great. Okay, perfect. So, here we are. Now, what we're going to do now is also lose the card into the pack.
Okay.
Now, we're going to have you cut the deck face up because if we done it face down, there's a possibility we're going to
might see
see
the card.
the signature on the back. So, yeah, so cut half the deck like that and put the rest on top. That's perfect.
Okay. And then put the other one on top of
That's
that
it. And let's do it one more time for good measure. About
Okay.
half and half again. All right.
one. That's quite easy.
Yeah, so look, here's the thing. Somewhere in here is a card, and you don't know what it is.
We have no idea.
Now, the interesting part is this. Somewhere in here is a card. You don't know what it is, and you don't know where it is. Okay? Earlier on, I asked you to think of a number.
Yep.
And I also thought of a number, but what number were you thinking of?
16.
16.
Yeah.
It's a bit off. See, the first part of the compatibility, I was thinking of the number 9, but that's the first part to see how
Okay.
close the two numbers are that
Okay.
we think of. But I was thinking of 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And mine is the 8 of diamonds.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is place my name on there. I know it's barely legible.
What's that say?
So this is it. Now here's the compatibility test.
Okay.
One card with my name on it and one card with your name on it. What you do is you shuffle all the cards up, and then we spread the deck and we find both the same cards, and depending on how close they are together in the pack,
Okay.
that shows you how compatible two people might be. All right. All right, perfect. So,
Up, down.
no, that'll be all right. So we'll find
Brilliant.
right here. Where is it? That was mine, right?
Yep.
There it is. Now it's about here in the pack, and yours. We're going to find now and see how close they are as a match.
Oh, that's hidden, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's see. Because if it's the 7 of diamonds, then it's extremely compatible, or the 9 of diamonds, but you know, it's like the 4 of clubs, then there's zero compatibility at all. Let's see how it worked out here. Oh, you know what's happened?
Where's it
here, don't
gone?
you? I'll tell you what's happened.
What's
it
happened?
turns out that you and me must be made for each other.
How did you do that? I love it. That's so
I
cool.
don't know, but I'll tell you what, these cards never
Oh,
lie.
should we just go? Let's go get
Let's
married.
go.
Let's do it.
That's
Let's do it.
We're done. Good night.
That's so cool.
Oh, thank you.
All right, Ruby, so I'm going to attempt to do something that I can only usually do maybe like once a day or sometimes even like once a week because it's really, really difficult. And now I don't know if you know this, but like a lot of times when people cheat at cards, they're able to actually like memorize the deck and like count cards and stuff and sort of remember everything in the deck.
Yeah.
And it's an acquired skill. It's very difficult to do, but I'm going to try a little experiment in it right now. First of all, I want you to mix up the cards. Okay, so shuffle up the deck however you will.
Shuffle.
Yeah, or shuffle or mix or whatever, however you want to do it, it's fine. Just so that you're satisfied that that deck has been very, very well mixed. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Very good.
How's that?
That's fine with me, as long as it's fine with you.
Yeah.
All right, and what we'll do is now, look, if I spread out the cards, do you think you could memorize this entire deck?
I'm gonna go with no.
Yeah, I know. It would be difficult, wouldn't it? I know. So, but see, that's what I'm going to attempt to do in a moment. The first thing I'm going to have you do is I want you to think of a number, but I don't want you to say it. I just want you to think it. So for everybody at home to know what number you're thinking of, I want you to pick up the deck and deal that many cards into a pile on the mat.
Okay.
But I'll like turn away and close my ears so that I can't hear it. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead, just deal that number of cards so that the camera can see it, and that'll be your sort of secret number. Okay. So everyone will know what you're thinking of, and blah, 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 and I'm not listening. Okay, have you done that?
Yep.
Okay, so everyone knows. So pick up that little packet and just put it on top of the deck again, okay? Just put it back on top of the deck. The cards are just dealt on.
There you go.
You did it? Okay, great, perfect. Now, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through this deck right now and attempt to memorize the cards. It's not, oh, man, what have I got myself into? Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Trying to do this in as quickly as humanly possible. Okay, that'll work. Whew. Okay, I think I got that. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. Okay. For the first time, name the number that you were thinking of.
9.
9. Oh man, 9. I think, you know what's weird? I think I know 8. 8 is the Queen of Hearts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that should be, yeah, that's the Queen of Hearts, definitely. But 9 is elusive to me. I don't know. I'll tell you what, let's try this a little bit differently. Go ahead, just take that card. Look at it yourself, okay? Look at it real quick. All right, you got it?
Yeah.
All right, keep put it on the table, put your hand on top of it so I can't see the back or I can't see anything of it. Okay, you got it? Yeah, great. What I'm gonna do is now, all right, let me just do this real quick. Okay, it's, I think there were more red cards than black, so it's definitely a black card, right?
Yeah.
I think there was more clubs than spades. I'm gonna go, it was a spade, yes?
Yeah.
There were more, okay, all the court cards are here, so it's not a court card. It must be a number card, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's gotta be the No, it was low. I think it was one of the lower ones. It wasn't a 3, it was a 2. 2 of spades? Go ahead, turn it over, let's see. Oh, man. Okay, I cannot do that again for like another month. That was way too difficult.
Hi Delia.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us. Now, first things first, do you play cards?
Like what? Kinda.
A little bit, like
a little bit.
Snap or poker,
Yeah.
what kind of thing?
You go Jackson twos.
Jackson
Well,
Juice.
it's not my strong point.
That'll do. Well, I've got a pack of cards here, and it's important you realise that they are in fact all different.
Yep.
So can you vouch for us that they are indeed different?
Yep, they are all different.
And of course there should be 52, I'll let you count. It was close enough, okay. Now, Delia, the idea with this trick is you're going to do this, okay? Now, do you believe in influence? Do you believe that I could possibly influence you to do what I want you to?
I can't be influenced, yes.
Okay, nice. At least you can admit it. I like that. And basically, what I want you to do is shuffle these up for me, if you can. It doesn't have to be as fancy as me.
A little bit. Oh yeah, I can't do that.
Okay. If it's not your living,
Poor
it's fine.
attempt. Poor attempt.
It's not too bad, to be honest. And Delia, here's what I'm going to ask you to do. A set of instructions for you now. Okay. It's important that you follow them to the T. Okay. So I will explain what you do. So basically, I want you to go through the cards like this, and I want you to see a card. It could be any card you like. Let's say, for example, it's the 9 of diamonds. Okay. I want you to cut the pack at that card and put them against your chest. Okay. Now it's very important that you don't have the card here, because you may accuse me of reading the backs.
Can't have that.
Can't have any of that. So do that for me now.
Brilliant, thank you.
That's okay. And obviously hold them up so that I can't see. You have one. And I will take these. Don't worry, I'm not looking, I promise.
No looking.
Now, Delia, can you remember that card?
Okay, yeah.
You can. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to cut your cards in half like this. Okay, so take your cards in front of you and just give them one cut. That's it, and put the others on top. Perfect. And Delia, with one of your hands, if you'll lift up some of my cards for me. Nicely done. Put your cards on top of here, and then put those on top. Lovely, nicely done. Now, if we were to recap, here's what's happened. You had the cards, you shuffled them, okay, so they could be in any order. You then went through, you found a playing card. It could be any card you liked. You held it against your chest. You even made sure that I couldn't see the back of the card. Is that fair?
100%.
You did. Yeah, I could see you were
try.
doing it. After that, you then cut your cards into your cards.
Yep.
You then cut your whole pack into my pack. So there's no way that I could possibly know your card.
Well and truly hidden.
Well and truly hidden indeed.
Good effort.
Now, the reason is I don't need to find your card because all the way along I was trying to influence you to go for a certain card. Now, if this has worked, this is the card I wanted you to go for.
Okay.
Now, first of all, was your card a red card or a black card?
Can I tell you?
You can tell me.
It's black.
It's a black card. What was it?
It's 2 of spades? No. Clubs.
2 of clubs. That is the
I've got
2
really bad memory.
of clubs.
Hi Ali, how you doing?
I'm alright, thank you.
Excellent. It's going to be card trick time, but you know, I do loads of card tricks for other people, but I very rarely get to do card tricks for myself. So we're going to do a card trick for both of us at the same time. It's going to be awesome.
Okay, you say so.
Have faith. So rather than, I haven't got 2 packs, so I have to have half each. So would you cut off about half the cards for me for yourself? Perfect. And what I like you to do is to spread through the cards like this and choose any card and place it down just on the table. Perfect. That's good. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to look at my card but not show you.
Yeah.
And I'm going to slide it into the middle of your cards here. That's it. That's perfect. And then I want you to do the same. Take a peek at your card and remember it, but don't show me. And then just slide it somewhere into the middle here.
Okay.
Perfect. Excellent. And now, so you're remembering a card, and I'm remembering a card as well. If you place your cards down on the table, I'm going to drop mine on top. The idea is we're going to try and find both cards in 1 second. I was thinking of the Ace of Clubs. What card did you have?
3 of diamonds.
The 3 of diamonds. So we're
Yeah.
after the Ace of Clubs and the 3 of diamonds. That should do it.
Just like that. Wow.
The Ace of Clubs and the 3 of diamonds. That's pretty cool.
There they are.
And it's the first card trick I've shown myself for ages. let me show you a little trick with the 4 aces. And we're going to take some extra cards as well to place on top of each one, so just a bunch like that. Now, we're going to try and keep track of the aces, and it's normally a magician's job to find the 4 aces out of a shuffled up pack. So what we're going to do is make 2 little packs here. We'll have these ones shuffled around a bit. We'll have these ones shuffled around a little bit too as well. But then to make my job more complicated, we'll turn one of the packets over. So now when we mix the packets together, we're going to have the aces not only in different locations but different orientations as well. So we're going to end up with a complete mess of cards, which I'll show you. We'll deal out 4 rows like we started with. But this time you can see that there's some cards face up, some cards face down, and somewhere in this huge chunk of messed up cards are my aces. So it's my job to try and find those aces. And that's all it takes. That's the automatic ace triumph. Pauline, how are you doing?
I'm very well, yourself?
Excellent, yeah, not bad, thank you very much. I'm going to show you a quick card trick.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's going to be wicked. Now, normally magicians would sort of spread through the cards and you choose one or whatever, but we're going to do it slightly differently.
Okay.
What I want you to do is give me a number, a random number, but not too big. So we'll say sort of between 10 and 20, any number that you like.
Okay, I'll just say it to you now.
Yeah.
That's number 14.
14.
Lucky
Okey-dokey.
number.
Is that a lucky number?
Yes.
All right. Hopefully you'll be lucky for the trick then. Let's see how it goes. So 14. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, I could give you the 14th card, but we're going to go a little further than that.
Okay.
And that's going to be the theme of the trick. So we're going to add the 2 digits together. So 14, 4 plus 1 would be 5.
Okay.
So we're going to deal down 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to show you the 5th one. So it's a card that you wouldn't have known, or I wouldn't have known you'd have got 2. So there it is. I want you to remember that card for me.
Okay.
And then it's going to go back in there, and we'll lose it in there. And we'll lose those in there. And we'll give them a couple of cuts as well. Now, the first thing to do is, while you're thinking of that card, is for me to try and sort of read your mind to find out what the card is. So I need to picture the card, and then imagine just sending it across to me. Very good. I got the Ace of Spades. Is that right?
Yeah.
It was good. That was good. Now that could be the end of the trick. That's a pretty cool trick, right?
Yeah.
But we're going to
really
go
good.
a bit further than that. We're going to try and find your card back out of the
Okay.
pack. So we're going to do that with a magic spell. It's called a magic spell because we're going to spell the card. So Ace is A-C-E, and Spades would be S-P-A-D-E-S, and that would take us straight to the Ace of Spades, which was your card. Awesome trick, but we're going to go a little further than that. Most magicians would stop there, but we're going to go a little further than that.
Okay.
I spell ace here, right? And the weird thing is that these are the other 3 aces, and we spelt spades here, and these are the rest of the spades, going from the ace to the 2, 3, 4, 5,
so clever.
6, 7. It's cool. But we can go a little further than that still, because with the ace of spades, there's a hand in card games that's better than all these, and that would be a royal flush in spades, and that would be about as far as we could go with that trick.
That's so good.
It's pretty cool,
That's
isn't it?
really good.
There you go, it's further than that. So hi girls, how are you doing?
Do good, thanks.
Good, excellent. Now I heard you mention earlier that you like Darren Brown. Have you guys
Yeah.
you seen Darren and seen him do like the mind reading thing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to try something. I'm not as good as Darren Brown, obviously, but I'm going to try something like related. So I'm going to try and read your mind, I think. We'll see how it's going to work. Don't worry, it's only going to be like a card. It's nothing too scary. So first of all, I've got a deck of cards, and I just want to show you that they're all different and they're not all like King of Clubs or whatever, because that would be a really rubbish trick. But you can see that all the cards are different. We're not going to use the jokers, so I'm going to get rid of those for a moment. And I'm also going to use the card box. So you're going to have a look at the card box, just make sure that's okay. Make sure there's no holes, no trapdoors in it or anything like that. No, that's all good. Okay, so what we're going to do is, before I start off, I need to make a prediction, all right, of something that I think is going to happen in a moment. So I'm going to do that by just scribbling back this card, but I don't want you guys to see it. So that's all right, you don't have to look away. That was very fair of you. I'm very impressed. I've written the name of a card on there. I've written it really neatly for me as well, which is good as the camera's on. And I'm going to slide that into the card box so I can't interfere with it at all. Now, we'll give the cards a little cut first of all. I'm going to spread the cards out. And what I'd like you to do is to just run your finger along and stop anytime you like on any card. It doesn't have to be one near the centre. It can be absolutely anywhere. So just run your finger along and stop anytime you like on any card. Right here. Now, you're going to get one chance to change your mind. If you want to go for a totally different card, now's the time to do it when I click my fingers. Or you can stick with that one. It's totally up to you. What are you going to do? You've changed. All right, push that card out towards me. That's it. Perfect. This one right here?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're just going to slide that into the box as well with the other card. We'll look at those in a moment. Now, you had a total free choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would agree with that? Yeah. That's perfect. Obviously, well, I said you had a free choice of literally any card. I didn't let you choose the Jokers, but any of these other ones you could have chosen. That's fair, right? But before you chose the card, I had my prediction inside here. So what we've got, first of all, is my odd card where I wrote one card on there, which was the 10 of clubs. Wouldn't it be weird? Wouldn't it be almost as good as Darren Brown if the card that you had cut from the shuffle pack was the 10 of clubs? There you go. Darren, you've got nothing on me, mate. Hello, Jess. How are you doing?
I'm amazing, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm also amazing. That's good.
Good.
Very
Good
amazing.
to
I
hear.
like where this is going. So you've probably seen some card tricks already.
I have,
But I'm going to show you another card trick, but I've lost most of the cards.
Right.
So it's easier for you, really, because you can keep your eye on the bits that's going on. So there's just a few cards here. I think it's 10 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. Which isn't very many, and we're actually going to both do this trick, so you need half of these.
Right,
so
okay.
5 for you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and
Thank you.
5 for me. That's quite all right. So what I would like you to do is to pick them up like this and hold them like I am, and then place the cards behind your back so that you can't cheat, and I'm going to do the same so I can't cheat.
Okay.
What I want you to do now is to choose any of those cards that you like,
Yeah.
and place it down on the table, but without looking at it.
Okay.
That's it. We're going to swap cards, so I'm going to give you
Right.
my card, I'm going to take yours. I want you to take the card behind your back,
Right,
but
okay.
put it face up, so it's facing the other way on top of the pack. All right?
Yeah.
And then cut those cards anywhere you like, so the reversed one ends up somewhere in the middle. You got it? It's hard to do
so.
behind your back,
I know
isn't it?
it is.
You're going to be a
I don't know if
sleight of
I've done
hand
it.
master. Well, you can check. Bring the cards out once you've done. That's fine. That's it, and just leave them on the table. That's great.
Panicking.
So, no need to panic. It is only a card trick. You're quite all right.
Of course.
So, we had the cards, we had half the cards each, and we've
Yes.
just swapped cards, reversed them in different parts
Yeah.
of the pack. Here's the really weird thing. Do you believe in coincidence?
Maybe.
Maybe? What a
Maybe.
coincidence, I'm not sure either. Let's have a look, sorry about that. Would you just spread your cards out across the table like this, and you'll see, hopefully, we have actually managed to reverse the same cards in the packet. I got the Queen of Hearts and you got the Queen of Hearts. That is a miracle, isn't
That
it?
is absolutely amazing.
It would be, well, it wouldn't be so amazing if all the cards were the same.
No,
That would be, well, really.
but they're not, are they?
They're not, well, they are all the same, but they're not queens. They're all jokers. Hi Anna, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. I'm going to show you a quick card trick. Are you good with cards? Do you play cards?
Yeah.
Or? You do?
I do play cards.
All right, going to hustle me now. All right, I'm not even that good with cards compared to everyone else. Would you take the cards for me and just cut a chunk of cards and put them here, like a third of the pack or something like that? That's excellent. And give the rest of them a shuffle like I did just now. Brilliant stuff. And then cut about half of those and put those here. So we have like a little row of cards going on, yeah, and shuffle the last lot up. Perfect. And place them down here. And then stack them up like that for me. Yeah,
top of it?
yeah, go for it. So we've shuffled the cards, we've cut the cards, given them all a bit of a mix up. And then just take the deck and deal yourself 5 cards as if you were playing poker. Absolutely perfect. I'll take the rest of the cards from you. You can mix those cards up if you like, but hold them so that I can't see them. And then I'd like to look at them and think of the one with the highest value. So you can count aces as 1 if you like. And once you've done that, then just give them another shuffle up if you like. I'm going to pop the rest of the deck into the box here. So you're now thinking of a card, is that right?
Yeah.
Is there any way that I could know what that card is?
No.
No. Excellent. I don't know how this is going to pan out. Could you then just push those cards into the middle of the pack there, just shove them straight in? Brilliant. That's it. So all the cards are in the box. We're going to square those in. Close the box as well. I'll give that to you to just keep your eye up for a moment. So, you're now thinking of a card. I'm going to get all Darren Brown on you and try and find out what the card is. Do you think you have a good poker face, like a good poker expression? Probably not. All right, so this should be quite easy then for me, hopefully. So your card, I don't want you to say anything, but your card will either be red or black. And you blinked when I said red, so I'm going to go for a red card. It'd either be a heart or a diamond. Much better that time, I've no idea at all. And I'm going to guess, now going with a bit of an intuition, but I think you would have gone for the Jack of Hearts.
Yeah.
Is that right? Excellent. Well, that's a bit of mind reading, but we'll see if we can try some magic as well. I want you to just keep your hands on top of the box for a moment. Just imagine, obviously I don't know where your Jack of Hearts ended up in the pack, and nor do you, obviously. But I want you to just imagine it just turning over. Just so it's facing up the other way. Did you feel anything happen?
No.
That would have been awesome. Alright, let's see if anything did happen. We're just going to crack the cards open here. If we now spread them out across the mat, hopefully one card right in the centre was the Jack of Hearts. Anna, was there any reason that you went for the Jack of Hearts? Anything in particular? Is it a popular card, or is it a favourite, a lucky card?
No, just like hearts.
No, they're just like the hearts?
Like that.
Well, they like you too, because it was always going to be your card, the Jack of Hearts.